But just when I thought I had the homework thing figured out, they hit me with a curveball. Exams. Exams. It completely slipped my mind. My brain, usually a fine-tuned machine for apprehending criminals and escaping impossible situations, just seized up at the thought of multiple choice questions. It's a completely different kind of pressure. So, what's a genius cop to do when faced with academic rigor? Improvise. I got in touch with my companion, and we went old school. I'd subtly transmit the questions, and it sent back the answers, cleverly coded with fruit names for the multiple choice options. Apple for A, banana for B. It was brilliant. A masterpiece of covert operations, truly. Except, my brilliant companion got busted. Had to bail. Just like that. Now it was truly just me, a lone wolf in a pack of hormonal teenagers staring down a pop quiz. With no backup, I had to gamble. I subtly, very subtly, slid open a textbook during the test, trying to sneak a peek at the answers. What can I say? I'm used to risk. But apparently, my stealth skills don't translate to a classroom setting. Got caught. Not only did I lose all my participation points, which, let's be honest, I didn't care about anyway, but they called for a parent-teacher conference. Thank goodness for Uncle Tad, bless his conniving heart, who showed up pretending to be my dear worried guardian. He almost pulled it off too. After school, those scummy bullies from before came back, spoiling for a fight with my classmate. And then one of them pulled out a knife in a schoolyard. My police instincts, which had been simmering under a layer of teenage angst and uniform-induced discomfort, absolutely ignited. Without thinking, I moved. It was almost too easy. A swift move, a quick twist, and that shiny blade was out of his hand and on the ground. I gave them a quick, non-lethal, but very firm lesson in respecting others. That moment, oddly enough, did more to integrate me into this bizarre school world than any amount of homework ever could. The students saw something different in me. Maybe even a hero, a very grumpy, reluctant hero. Yeah, that's what I am. A reluctant hero. Still, better than a reluctant student. Then came the spring outing. More group homework discussions, which was surprisingly effective. I even tried to subtly, very subtly, flirt with Ho Man, my beautiful teacher, the one who first stopped me from running away. I tried to sound casual, sophisticated, my usual charm. But nothing. Not a flicker of response. Maybe it's because I'm stuck in this ridiculous student body. Or maybe she's immune to my legendary charm. Impossible. Must be the uniform. But I wasn't giving up. I shrewdly invited her to tutor me. More FaceTime, more opportunities for the Sing-Sing magic to work. I also found myself messing around with my classmate, which was weirdly fun. Though, my police habits did kick in once. I instinctively told a classmate to put his hands up, using a rolled-up book as an imaginary gun. He just stared at me. Force of habit. Can't exactly shout freeze, punk. In a school corridor, can I? Yeah, old habits die hard. Things kept escalating. Those school bullies, it turns out, weren't just petty thugs. They had serious connections. Real gangsters. These thugs actually showed up at the school, trying to strong-arm me. Good thing the real police, my colleagues, though they didn't know I was there, showed up and broke it up. Close call. They almost messed up my whole operation. Idiots. Don't they know an undercover genius when they see one? My next genius plan to get closer to Ho Man. Invite her to my place for tutoring. Simple, right? Except my companion. Bless his heart, completely misread the situation. He thought it was a date. So he arranged candles, soft music, the whole romantic setup. It was an absolute disaster, a minefield of awkwardness. I had to spin one lie after another just to keep things from completely derailing. My brain was working overtime, not on solving crimes, but on avoiding extreme embarrassment. The things I do for this mission! And then, as if things weren't complicated enough, my companion got jumped by those gangsters, retaliation for the earlier incident. He was beaten badly. That was it. Seeing him hurt, knowing what was at stake, I snapped. I dropped the act. Right there, in front of whole man, I revealed myself. My badge. My true identity. The whole damn truth. And what did she do? She recoiled, looked at me with utter disgust, like I was the biggest liar in the world, and stormed off. Betrayal, I guess. She felt betrayed. Betrayed? I'm trying to save the school. She just doesn't understand the sacrifices I make. Or maybe she does, and she hates them. It stung, more than I care to admit. To try and fix it, to salvage something, I pulled out the old pager, typed out a message, my heart on my sleeve, a direct confession of everything. An emotional message, hoping she'd understand. But so far, radio silence. Of course, nothing's ever easy for Chow Sing-Sing.